What is up, guys? It's your boy Twisty, and today we're going to talk about, well, actually, let's just ignore that dungeon, ignore the event. Honestly, the event, this is like probably the easiest event we've had in quite a while, because you can just do it just from playing. They gave us like 2 weeks to do it. You didn't even need to refill, honestly, so easy. So, got into Conqueror. I've got into Conqueror quite a few times in the past. Well, actually, like I think 3 times in a row. Probably missed it out last week, maybe. But so there's just proof there. And if you haven't already guessed, we're going to talk about some arena. We're going to do some PvP. And we're going to talk about, specifically in this video, the double Lucian. And I'm just going to show you just how powerful the double Lucian is and why you need to protect your defense rate. Let's have a look at our defense rates. Okay, so we got hit quite a bit actually. See, that's rush hour, and beforehand we had a few successfuls. Okay, yeah, we got hit moderately. So my defense is actually this. This is probably as annoying as I could get my arena defense to be. Buff removal, revive, single target, nuke, and speed. Bernard's 242. I changed his runes from 230, so it's a big improvement on the Bernard. And obviously, AoE buff removes and provides that leader skill. Okay, so. Show you the Lucian runes, we can get over it quickly. Bernard, you just saw 242 speed. The Megan we're going to be using is probably a bit less, like 100. Well, yeah, it's 196 speed, which is it's not 70% of the Bernard. So a monster has gone in between the two previously. But to show you Megan. These aren't maxed, so I probably shouldn't try and max out some of Megan's runes. Probably max out this one when I can. Yeah, because that can have like an extra 11 speed on it. Yeah, which could make the difference in a fight. I did show you them, right? Yeah. So I basically went for speed stats. This one could be a bit better, but I used Megan for dragons, so I need the defense. Yeah, Megan actually just survived dragons, so it's kind of weird. With such low HP. Okay, where are we? Bernard. Kind of obvious. I mean, everyone knows how to build him. But like the speed substats I've got on him are pretty okay actually. But it's when you get the plus 20s and above when you can make your Bernard really fast. Okay. Lucians are my first Lucian, probably the strongest Lucian I have. Those are his stats. And here we go, Despair Blade, attack, crit rate, sorry, obviously attack, crit damage attack, with some good substrats on all these runes. Not too bad substats actually. I tend to find that resistance actually quite useful. So this Lucian is the weaker of the two Lucians because his runes are not maxed out yet. You've got this one. But I plan to get these runes, like this rune needs to be maxed, basically. When we're farming a lot of dragons and giants, get the mana, and then his runes are going to be maxed out when I can, but you obviously need to have a baseline mana to be able to do stuff with. Let's just pop this and see what we can do. Okay, so I'm just trying to think of a way to explain. I mean, explaining the double Lucian is not complicated, but it's probably easier to show you guys, right? And basically, what you have is we could try and double Lucian our friends here that we so we can't double Lucian that. And you're gonna see a pattern of what we can and what we can't double Lucian. Yeah, let's give it a go. Okay. So, the approach to double Lucian most of the time is Bernard, 2 Lucians, and a Seek. I have the water Horus, so I can actually use him instead. Although I just prefer using Megan because for me it makes it more consistent because Megan is going to buff the attack bars, right? Further on than Bernard does. So then we are guaranteed turns, and I often find that because your Veromosses are built really fast, you know, built 200 plus speed sometimes. They can go sometimes and stun your team, right? Unless you have wool runes. Although I'm tempted to change my Lucians to wool runes, although I can't do Necro V10. But in the future, I would change my Lucians to wool runes. Rage at will. That's the ideal set for Lucian if you're going for double Lucian teams. It stops you from being stunned out of Nemesis, and then all you have to worry about is if Soon or a Belladine has Nemesis runes. Okay, so the first Lucian's gonna go. You know, he's gonna obviously Camilla's probably not gonna die, but we should be able to take out 1 or 2 units. And look how much damage we do. I mean, like the second loot, then we just auto. We just auto at this point. Nothing this guy can do. That's how easy it is to destroy your arena defense. And so I'm just gonna quickly do this, alright? But I'm also gonna talk about the premise of the double Lucian. And the idea is to have your Lucians hitting at least 40,000 together. Okay, so if each Lucian hits like 5,000 a hit, then you can successfully double Lucian because you're going to hit 40,000. Assuming, you know, obviously on fire monsters you're going to crit less, but as long as you can get your Lucian to hit 20,000 each, you should be okay. A lot of people build their Lucians for speed. My Lucians are used for dungeons and other things like that, so my Lucians are actually not speedy. You've probably noticed they're not very fast at all, which is why I have to take Megan, just to make sure that we get the turn. But you can, if your Lucians are like 170 speed, or maybe even 200, I see people use 200 speeds, then you know you can do okay actually. Yeah, if you got that, then you can afford to use a monster like Seek and just buff crit rate. So their Pioneer's actually really fast, and he fucked up his third skill. Even if he did, I think we could punch through and probably get some damage down, but he fucked up big time. So now we're gonna be able to get some of these monsters down. Pride's gonna counter, but okay, so she must have critted and. Oh, another burner. Okay, at this point in the fight, right, we want to take out him down because he is very strong with damage on his second skill. That can be really scary, and plus, if he does... Right, I'm going to order this, and then I've got to GG this guy up there, okay? Because that guy's just got a monster which easily hits 40,000 without trying. Okay, so... you're seeing you're seeing the double Lucian in action, and you're obviously gonna see how kind of scary this whole thing is. But we can talk about how to protect yourself. I'm gonna refresh. Protect yourself against the double Lucian. And you'll see me just speed clear through as many arena defenses as we can. I'm going to talk about the ones that I cannot double Lucian. So, this team, I just know I'm faster. Because his monsters are just so low levels, I know he's a lower player. Actually, I should be hitting lower down on the list. Yeah, I should be hitting lower down. This is a mistake. I should hit lower down on the list so I can rank up really quick. Get higher up on past the arena reset. So we're going to hit as lower down as we can. And climb higher, because look at the points we get. We're only getting 7 points. If we hit the bottom, we'll get more. Okay, so this team we can't do because of the Chloe. The Chloe will be fast, and unless we outspeed the Chloe, even if we do, there's a higher chance Chloe can go in between Bernard and Megan, or she can go in between the Lucians, because the Lucians are not exactly the same speed, like 8 speed difference. So you want to avoid Chloe teams with double Lucians. So a simple way to stop double Lucians is to put a Chloe in your arena defense. Okay? Really simple way. However, you've got to make the Chloe fast. Some people could potentially try and do it with the the Wind Brownie. He could AoE buff strip, and he could also increase crit rate. So that's a potential way for players to be able to counter your Chloe defense, although Chloe's fire actually doesn't make a difference on some of the units. But another thing as well you got to be careful with Chloe is if you use a Chloe, that tells me that your defense is squishy, or at least moderately squishy, and the idea is his Fear Mars, right, is going to be very, very squishy. We just know that from the fact he's got Chisoon, he's got HP leader. So what we can do is we can prepare for this and know that he's going to be a good damage dealer, but the rest of the team is going to be just to keep him alive. So that's when players will start to figure out your defense. So this team, I could normally hit this, but we are trying to show off double Lucian, and in fact I probably could do it with Chiwu. And do you know what we could actually do? We could try and use Draco for will runes. This could potentially work. Yeah, well, fuck it, let's go for it. There's no, I mean, like, if the Megan is like super fast for some reason, then fair enough. So we actually outspeed them. Even with speed lead, the Megan is just too slow because our base speed is like 97, which is pretty shit. So now we've got the will immunity. There is nothing the other team can do with regards to bombs. So let's just hit him with the first Lucian, and if this doesn't kill anyone because they've got shield runes, let's go kill them all with the second. Obviously, Fire's going to survive. I mean, he's going to try, even bomb. So now we've also, thanks to Draco, we've got a defense break for the second skill of the Lucians, which is why I like using this guy. And you notice that, well, so we're getting additional turns, thank you. And we're just trying to get more turns in before the Chloe moves, so we have the speed buffs and stuff like that. I don't know why I did that, we didn't even need to. We don't even need the immunity. The reason I took Draco for this is in case the Chloe goes and we can't kill them, and then you got the Bomber and the Ciara left over. So that's another example. Draco is super useful. You can do the same thing with Delphi, although Draco is just better for it because of his attack bar increase. So this team is a team that people will devolution you, and in fact I may take Draco into this fight again. I don't think we need enough damage to kill Akemi. Akemi is the main newcomer team, so while doing this we'll be able to survive. The reason why this team doesn't work in defense is kind of obvious, but there's no attack bar increases. Okay, this defense is not going to take this guy much higher. Maybe because it's reset day, he's trying to get hit lower down, but because there's no way he can outspeed us, we just do this. And I took Draco in case he had Nemesis runes, because sometimes he's Veramos is on Nemesis, but in this case no. So it's gonna be pretty easy. See, Chisoon's on Nemesis, right? But that's not really gonna matter at this point. Okay, she gets an extra turn. Okay. We're going to glance quite a lot on the Beretta. Should we take that? Yeah, let's kill Chisoon. Let's kill Chisoon. Pretty simple enough task. There we go. Okay, Chisoon's nearly dead. There we go. And we just auto for Beretta. And the reason why we took Draco in was in case they were built fast. Say if they were built 230 speed each, with the idea of Beretta going. But I'm not sure why this defense did not have any attack bar increases. So that's a defense that we can easily double Lucian, okay? I mean, we could easily clear the list, but that's not our goal of the video. Just to show you, it's going to be quite a usual than the usual, because we are just going to simply double Lucian. Okay, so this guy, I'm not sure if his thing is built fast, but he's fire. I mean, because he's lower down, we can probably just hit this with, let's just fucking hit it with this. Do Megan, Bernard, Bella, and then Perma. We should be able to one-shot Chiwu. I know it's not part of the video, but he's so lower down on the list. I want the points. So Chiwu's actually super fast. That's a super fast Churro. I don't know if I like that build or not, because this guy may be coming up against like higher level players where the Chloes are like 260 speed and things like that. But in this case, it's not going to help his Churro at all. There we go. 42,000. I switched my perma back to Rage Blade, and I'm pretty happy with the decision to do that. Okay, so look at us. We can't do that because the Darien is going to reduce damage. He's already got his own damage increasing effects. She AoE buff strips, which can be very, very annoying, and of course Rena by herself is going to piss us off. This team, again, they've got a Chloe, so we're going to avoid that team. So look who else we got. Bernard and a Chloe, with the speed lead from Vanessa we're going to avoid. This team we could potentially try. The only issue is I've got a feeling it's really tanky. I've got a feeling Bella's built really tanky, and even the Bernard. So we're actually going to leave it. We're actually going to leave that team alone. Because even if we outspeed, it's going to take a while to kill them off. This team, good example of where we can double Lucian a team and get away with it, right? Because where's the second Lucian? There we go. Because they have no attack bar increaser. Or no, basically, if you don't have a attack bar increaser or you don't have Chloe, people will simply just double Lucian your own defense. Even if you need to have, you don't need to have both. You can just have one or the other. And the simplest flammable way is just to have a really speedy Bernard, because the enemy team doesn't know how fast your Bernard is, and if you simply just outspeed their Lucian team, Jesus, everyone's getting nat 5s this morning. I think it's probably because it's Arena Reset, right? If you just simply outspeed the Lucian team that's trying to nuke you, then there's nothing they can do. This team, again, same concept. We're just going to hit it, because even though they've got speed leads, doesn't make much of a difference in the PvP if you've got no attack bar increase. So we outspeed by quite a lot here. You notice that the Lucians are actually not filled enough attack bars, so Megan, who goes next after the Bernard most of the time, brings everyone up. This should kill Tyron, this will kill, I'd say, at least 2. There we go. Then he'll probably meditate. Oh, he didn't use Trick or Win, okay. Watch him violent proc. Oh no, he didn't. And then this is basically a kill. Like, Bernard's hitting 10,000. It's insane. It's insane. I mean, we've got like 21,000 on the first skill of Evolution, okay? Who else can we go for? Let's quickly collect our wings. Okay? We might actually do guild battles, because we're clearing this really quick. We might just do guild battles as well, because we have time. Who else we got? This guy. This is interesting, because it's really tough to double Lucian this because of Molly. She increases glancing hit chances, right? And he keeps everyone alive. We could try this, but it's a risk that we don't want to take when we're in offense. We don't want to lose our inner offenses. That's we're going to avoid. Bernard with Vanessa. We're going to avoid that team. Chloe. This team. We can go for it. This is just really showing you guys just how effective the double Lucian is. And kind of how scary it is actually. I mean, they outspeed, okay? And they stun everyone. And I watched the team has a one-shot. Oh, fuck. Okay. Okay. Please, Firmaz, attack. Yeah, that was a stupid idea. See, that's why you gotta be careful when you try and Lucian and the enemy team has attack bar increases. Let's have a look at the bottom list, top of the list. Avoid. Let's just hit this. We don't know how fast the Bernards are gonna be until later on in PvP. The faster Bernards will be obviously higher up in arena, and the slowers will be just further down. So when you're playing in PvP, you kind of have a general gist of how fast your team is going to be. Probably on like the Friday and Saturday and Sunday is when like the speed difference is shown the most in the arena. This team we just hit, like they have potentially a shield, but Lucians will punch through this. I think this is a thing that I see him quite a lot actually in arena, and people think like if you're gonna build him, he's gotta be fast. He has to be fast. His use is the same as Chloe's, but he's just like he's a worse version of Chloe, even though he's in Nat 5, I don't think his use is PvP, to be honest. He's probably the worst Pioneer, besides the light one. But he's still very good, but you got to make him fast. You got to make him fast for him to work. And you got to assume that he's going to use his third skill. He's good for the immunity, but the shield is kind of pointless, but the immunity he is good for. This team, it tells me that, I mean, they have Bernard, so we don't know how fast they're actually going to be. Yep, take this team. We just hit this guy. The Camilla may be annoying to kill, but besides that, we're going to outspeed every single time. See what I mean though? Because you've got the Veramos is so high up on the attack bar, but because of Megan, we get the turn advantage. So, thankfully, my first Lucian is actually on Despair, and I actually prefer, I want to change the second Lucian to Despair, which is why I'm farming so much Giant P10, so I can get the strong Despair runes and put them on the other Lucian. They should kill 3, and it probably leaves Camilla, which we'll kill now. And then we just kill Theomars. Again, no Chloe, no attack that increases. Those are the 2 units you probably need to have on your arena defense. Should we do a refresh? Shall we do a refresh? What's everyone GZing now? Oh, different. Yeah, I got Tesarion. And I'm here like, yo, I wanted the fucking, I didn't really want Tesarion, I wanted Amir. And then, if I just pick between the 3 in order, I wanted Amir, then Tesarion, then Theomars. But any Ifrit is good enough anyway, and he's like one of the few units in the game which is farmable, which has the Oblivion. There is a Light and Dark Nat 5 that has AoE Oblivion, but, I mean, you're never going to get that, so... Okay. Okay, we could do a refill, but I don't think it's necessary. We're already kind of like in the bubble for higher up in arena, and I just want to see. I mean, I'll do more videos on this, but this is just gonna show you the power of the double Lucian. See you guys in the next video. It'll probably be guild battles. Peace out.